What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Loading Podcast, episode 28. My name is Arthur.
And my name is AJ.
It is March 20th, 2020. If you don't know, that is the same release date as the game that I'm trying to play. It's Doom Eternal and also Animal Crossing for all you that like to play that game. But anyway, aside from that, how are you doing, Arthur?
I'm doing great. All those games out now. I'm excited. I've never really played Animal Crossing or finished a Doom game in its completion, but that's great for those fandoms. You know what I mean? It's not like they got anything else to do right now.
True. With all the recent events that has been happening.
Yeah.
We will be touching a little bit later on.
Mm-hmm.
But
we will be touching on those.
Yes, but Arthur, how have you been doing? How have you been keeping yourself safe from the whole corona pandemic that's been happening in the United States recently, especially here in New York?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you asked. You know what I mean? The key to quarantine is really human isolation. I don't want contact with anybody. Give me when you see me.
That's so funny.
You have to give me. You have to give me 15 feet. I will not accept any less. I left my house. I actually left my house today. I had on. You know how I leave with my fanny pack on. I had a hand sanitizer attached to my fanny pack, and I had a face mask on.
Ooh, okay.
I'm not playing out
prepared. Yo, you were definitely prepared.
They're not about to catch me lacking. Yo, if you see my streams recently, you will know what I'm talking about. But hey,
hey man, we gotta stay safe out
there.
Wait.
But before we get into the news, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But we also should probably mention that if you're watching this right now and if you're enjoying the content, you're a revisitor. You know what I'm saying? This is your first time here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you go ahead and feel free to rate us 5 stars on Apple iTunes. Not only because it you know what I'm saying, it looks good, but it also helps us grow in the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Helps us get out to more people, which I know that the show has recently started to, you know what I'm saying, actually get out to more people, which is cool. But if you do that, that helps us grow some more. So if you do it, thanks. You know what I mean? And make sure you can also check us out on all the other platforms we're available on. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, pretty much anywhere you listen to podcasts, Podcast Addict. But yeah, thanks for joining. Let's get back into it now.
I'm going to assume you're going to do that at the beginning of every episode now.
Yep.
Man, just moving that straight to the beginning. All right, true. You know, most people, including myself, we only listen to like the first 2-3 minutes of any given form of media because we lose attention like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But yo, while these people worry about coronavirus and Doom and Animal Crossing, I actually just got a steal. I picked up Mirror's Edge on the PS4 for like 5 beans today. Ooh. So I'm finna be playing that.
Not bad at all.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, Mirror's Edge Catalyst. But
yeah, I heard you were
I love the first one. I love the first one a whole lot, but I couldn't get Catalyst because it was on Xbox and I had PS4, and I did not know it came out on PS4 until yesterday.
Okay, finally came out on the better console.
Well, hey, okay, I wasn't gonna say it, but hey,
I'm kidding.
You know what's funny? While we're recording this, the Xbox servers are down.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, they were down all week this week. They might be down right now as well. I don't know.
We'll touch on a little bit of those server shutdowns when we get to the topic. But
we got a lot of stuff to talk about today.
We do. First, I think the big topic that we should get out of the way is so COVID-19 or Corona, whatever you like to call it. It has had a very big impact on our lives, whether or not you have caught it or not.
Or maybe it hasn't. Maybe you don't care.
Yeah, like this pandemic has been incredibly serious for all parties involved. And it's started to reach the video game scene or video game community, whatever you want to call it. So many tournaments for different types of games, many gatherings, and most notably, E3 has been canceled.
Yeah. E3 is gone. Wait, the NBA season is also suspended.
NBA season
completely
suspended. MLB is thinking of just doing spring training and that's it. Not even doing the regular season.
Pretty much everything is closing down. Also, they ordered every pretty much place to close down that isn't essential retail.
I think that's just a New York thing for now, or like
a New York thing.
It's for big cities because I know San Francisco is currently doing a shelter in place. I think at the moment, and Los Angeles just declared. I think today at the time of we're recording this.
Mm-hmm. But do you know what's the only place that's still open?
What?
GameStop.
Yeah. No, I read an article when I was at work today, right? And I don't know if this was true. I think it was either today or yesterday. And GameStop CEO or someone in GameStop was saying that they should keep GameStop open because they are an essential retailer.
Listen, bro. I don't really know what the type of like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, this virus does not discriminate. Mm-hmm. But if I had to guess which retail place might have traces of coronavirus, my first guess is GameStop. Like that's guess numero uno. It would have been GameStop.
Why do you say GameStop?
Wait. It would have been GameStop. Then it would have been Chick-fil-A. And then it would have been Walmart.
Walmart.
Aren't they? Because you got to think about it.
Okay.
What are the type of people that go to GameStop? Gamers. Now, I don't know if you ever been to a convention before, but yes. Gamers don't really have the best hygiene, bro.
No, they do not. And I can tell you that firsthand when I went.
Let me be blunt. These niggas stink.
Deadass. They fucking stink. They don't know what deodorant is.
Fucking reek.
They don't know. they don't know what a shower is, or better yet, they don't know the frequency at which you have to take a shower. You
reek of neck sweat and Axe body spray.
Yo, they think that
if them niggas don't even shower, you think they're gonna wash their hands?
No.
Multiple times per day?
Who knows? That's probably the only thing they constantly wash.
I don't know about if even, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
But yeah, going back to what I was saying, like when you were saying that GameStop was the first place that you think of when it comes to like
because GameStop is for people with bad hygiene. Like not everybody that goes to GameStop has bad hygiene, of course, but like you're gonna find a bunch of kids in there. You're gonna find a bunch of fucking sweaty neckbeards in there. You might find a couple grown men, grown women, but for the most part, you know what I'm saying, that's the most people that be going in and out of GameStop. People who just got out of school, and these kids aren't even in school, so GameStop is fucked.
Yeah, you're right. But let me ask then, does this come from experience?
I mean, most people have been to GameStop. Yeah, so yeah, when you walk into GameStop, Arthur, come on, you telling me when you go to GameStop and you go in there and you basically like look at who comes in and out, it's kind of the usual, you know. I'm not, but good thing I'm not dapping none of those people up, and I keep the hand sanitizer on me.
Damn straight, because you ain't catching this fucking virus. You know what I mean? Especially considering the fact that fucking New York City has been one of, if not the biggest place right now, or the highest rate of infection
in the U.S. I don't know the numbers exactly, but
I think we've just passed at the time of this recording at least 5,000.
Jeez,
at
okay.
least, yeah.
But yeah, everywhere's closed down, man. It's gonna be hard to get a haircut now too.
I know. Barbershops are gonna be closed down. Fucking.
What is it? What is it for 14 days?
I don't know. I don't know the exact time frame actually. All I know is that they issued a statement saying that any non-essential worker must either work from home or cannot show up to work. So any retailer like cell phone stores, beauty parlors, I'm assuming music stores too. Anything that doesn't provide a product that is essential to everyday life is going to be closed. So that's gonna be. I don't know how long. Like I said, the time frame is gonna be. My best bet is probably until like April, the 2nd or 3rd week of April, if we're being honest.
Okay, but yeah. Anyways, the moral of the story is, people, be safe out there. Wash your hands. You know what I'm saying?
Please
Don't
be safe.
Try to avoid touching your face when you're out and about.
And let me just add this little thing real quick, that I know that the media may blow this out of proportion with constantly warning you and telling you the amount of people that are getting infected, but just realize this will pass, and as long as you just stay to yourself, follow what your local government is telling you, and you stay safe, it will pass, and we'll be able to get through this. You know what I mean?
You know, and I don't want to be this guy to bring like religion to this. This podcast really isn't about it, but I've just been seeing a bunch of like people saying like, oh no, God's gonna God's gonna make sure I don't get coronavirus. I don't have to worry about going outside.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, God's not gonna save you if you wash your fucking hands. That's it. That's it. All right. I think that's about all we can say on this one. That sounds like a good place to end it off.
Yeah. All right, but moving on. So, Arthur and me, right? We have had the pleasure, not the pleasure, just like the experience of finally trying out Warzone, Call of Duty's new free battle royale.
Indeed, we have.
So, I'm gonna ask you, Arthur. We played about, I'd say, 10 to 11 games. We played more Battle Royale than we did Plunderer, if for those of you who do not know, there are technically 2 game modes that come with...
3 game modes now.
Solo. 3 game modes now, but the other one's basically the same thing, but you just don't have a team with you. But you have the regular Battle Royale experience, which is exactly what you think it is. And then they have something called, what was it, Heist or Pay something?
I think you said it right the first time. Plunder. Yeah. I'm gonna be having some gameplay of that now on the video version. But yes. Yeah, it's definitely cool. Came out with 2 different game modes. 150 players. And can I just say it could not have came at a better fucking time.
It's like it came out of sheer fucking coincidence that the time that everyone is gonna be staying home, Warzone comes out. Like, don't worry, guys, we got you.
Activision, they knew what they were doing. Black Ops 4 had a battle royale in it. They know damn well there was gonna be a battle royale on this game and it was gonna be free. They just didn't do it like at launch with the actual game. They just put it out for free.
Yes, which I think is great because more people will be able to play it.
However,
I think, did you tell me this? Xbox users can only play it if they have Xbox Live.
Yeah, I read that in an article somewhere. But
Jesus Christ.
I mean, yeah, that sucks. But hey, well, I mean, what can I say?
Yeah.
You know, but hey. But anyways, the game itself isn't really that bad, you know what I mean? Like, I tried, the game mode's actually, the game mode, the Battle Royale one is actually pretty fun. There's not a lot of, what I like about this one, as opposed to a game like a Apex or a Fortnite, is that you aren't really limited to being revived only if you get like a tag. You say, like, for instance, if you die, your player can, once they accumulate a certain amount of money, they can easily buy you back in at any point during the game. So it's not like if you lose your tag, then you're just gone forever. And I also like the gulag feature that they have after you die the first time, and they send you in like this little prison cell area, like almost like you're in purgatory. You basically have to fight another player that's also been killed, and the one who wins gets to go back to the game. I always thought that was pretty cool. But yes, that game was dope as hell. I like the pre-game lobby. I like everything they did in that game. And also the biggest thing for me personally is that it's free. Like, I thought this would be something that they added on to the main game. You know what I mean? Just like Black Ops 4 like they did prior, but I thought that was cool that they gave it out for free.
Yes, I agree with the points that you made. I love the fact that in this Battle Royale there's a lot of ways that you can get back into the fight. Like you mentioned, we had the gulag, where every player has access to it, except I think at the end of the game, when it just closes off for obvious reasons. You have that. You can buy a self-revive kit. You can also have your teammates buy you back in, like Arthur just mentioned before. There's a lot, like when you die, it doesn't mean that you're out, which was a really big thing that, to be honest, stopped me from playing a lot of battle royales in the past. Apex helped with being able to revive people, and Call of Duty just was like, all right, we're gonna have even more ways than that. So that
I feel like Call of Duty's doing it the best right now, honestly. For one, the revive time is actually really fast. Like, say, like if you just get downed, it doesn't take that long to be revived. And like you said, you could buy self-revive kits. But I'm just happy that the game is, you know, saying free. It gets to go out to like such a good, like a big install base, which is cool, because I know damn sure I was not paying for that. But it's definitely a good thing.
It's a win-win for everybody. You know what I mean?
It is, and this is all thanks. Even though this game gets a lot of hate, but it's all thanks to Fortnite. I have to say it. It's all thanks to Fortnite, because if Fortnite it exists, you think
We
they would be
wouldn't
giving
have
these
this.
kind of games away for free? No.
Nope. The success that Fortnite gave off, everyone's gonna copy them at some point, and it just helps the gaming community as a whole because now we get stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, Activision, you get a thumbs up from me.
Yeah, I'd say
Very
give
fun
it a
game.
shot. Give it a shot. If you're if you're not that big of a fan of Call of Duty or the whole battle royale genre, I would say definitely give this one a shot. Just because, I mean, what do you got to lose? You're not really investing any sort of money into the game. If you have a PS4, the game's gonna sound like a goddamn jet engine, and it's gonna take up like 100 gigabytes. But you know what I'm saying. But besides that, what do you really have to lose? what do you have to lose?
You really don't have that much to lose. It's free. It's free. As in no cost. As in you can download this whenever you have an internet connection.
Also, we also have to talk about the other game mode, which is basically this one is different from the other battle royale game mode because it's essentially just kind of like a different kind of game mode, like a multiplayer mode in Call of Duty that they just put into this battle royale game, and which is like you have infinite respawns. The aim of the game is to basically get your squad to collect as much money as possible. I think it's like $1 million, and you do that by just looting up the areas and killing people. And yeah, it's basically the first squad to $1 million wins, and it's still 150 people, I believe, right?
It's the same map. There's just you just have to collect as much money. You can collect money from looting. You can collect money from killing other players. And the thing that makes it interesting is that you hold all of this money with you at all times, unless you have to call in a specific helicopter at certain deposit points, or buy a custom marker for your team that you can place anywhere to deposit your cash. Because if you get killed, you're losing that money.
Some of it, not all of it, right?
Not all of it, but
So
you lose a
just
good
a portion
portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you lose a good portion of it.
And also, I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off again, but
go ahead.
Also, this is just for people who haven't really played Call of Duty before. But this game actually has like vehicles and like planes you can, or helicopters you can fly as well. That was kind of new to get used to for me because I played Call of Duty when there weren't any vehicles you could drive, only in campaigns and shit.
Mm-hmm. There's also there's kill streaks, which is unique to it only, I believe.
And also you can also get your loadout, your own custom loadout from multiplayer.
Yes.
In the game.
Like there's a lot of cool things about it that are unique to it at least, or if not unique, they just took it or at least made it a little bit better.
Yeah, it's not like it doesn't annoy me as much as a regular battle royale game. Mm-hmm. Because they have a lot of different ways to kind of take the relief off of, you know what I'm saying, oh my gosh, I just got melted by this dude and now I'm dead. I have to go back to the main menu, find a whole nother game. You know what I mean? Or like or say like oh, this other team has like all this good gear and armor, you know what I mean? Like there's not really, yes, there are guns that are better than other guns, but there aren't really gun classes where like you would have like, oh, you might have the gold M14 and this one's better than that one, or you might have the better armor that I have. None of that has to do with anything. You can pretty much get anything done if you have the same armor as everybody else and a regular gun, and you can pretty much get it done. It's not really dependent on what's that thing that Fortnite uses when they're shooting? It's kind of like RNG.
It's this weird random aim thing.
Yeah, I forget the name. I forget the name.
I think it's
Bloom. Yeah, they don't have. Yeah, it's just straight Call of Duty. You know what I mean? I like that. You know what I mean? You can fry down a person pretty easily. Like you can like kill someone in only a couple shots, even with armor, like full armor. But
just quick thing to mention, right? When you mention killing someone, right? I hope this is gonna be in the video version of you literally fucking taking an RPG, sitting inside a bathroom.
Oh no, that was one of the sessions we had. We was he was in the circle. We was like in the center of the circle, so it didn't really make any sense to rotate out of that house. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we just stayed in the house and we were kind of just looking out for people. We saw someone and I was like, "Yo, Arthur, get in the bathroom real quick." And I just had an RPG with me on standby, and I was just waiting for someone to, you know what I'm saying, peek out of that. And I did, and I just let it fly. You know what I mean?
Next thing I saw was a dead corpse inside the hallway.
And he had another rocket, and I took his rocket.
And he had another rocket. What are the odds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, Listen, Pete, it's free. You have nothing to lose except storage space, and even then, you can just delete it afterwards if you don't like it. Try it out.
I would say though, play with friends. Play
Yes.
with friends. Do not play with randoms.
No.
You might have a like if you're not like a Call of Duty tryhard, or like if you're not like used to playing Call of Duty, you might want to go in with a couple friends just to get used to it and grasp the concept of it. But yeah.
And plus, I think it's just better with friends.
But yeah,
Like
I give it a thumbs up. No, I give it a thumbs up. Like Activision, good job.
Yeah,
For sure.
Good job, Activision. You actually did good for once.
You did good.
But, yes. Anyway, moving on from Activision to another company, we finally have some PS5 news.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna get the sad music queued up right now.
Unfortunately, however, it's not the news that I think we were expecting, or at least anticipating. So,
or really wanted.
Yeah. Well,
or actually,
we got some, but it's all right. Let me be blunt.
All right,
it was fucking boring.
Yeah. That shit was. It was a snooze
boring.
fest. I was falling asleep.
For those of you, continue. Arthur, continue.
No, I was watching a live stream of someone watching the PS5 presentation, and they were falling asleep. Like it was just bad. I feel like the main issue with it is the talk that they were talking. They weren't really talking. It's like they don't really know their audience and what their audience wants to see. They're just basically they spent a whole hour talking about specs.
See, like here's the thing that I'm a little bit confused about, right? So, going into it, I'm assuming that they already knew that they were just going to talk about pure hardware specs and things that are going to be capable with the PS5. But I'm not sure if when Sony was putting up this live stream, who were they like trying to target? Because the live stream said like what, the road to PS5, right?
It's obvious who they were trying to target, but it's also obvious that they missed the mark, like by a long shot.
Because like from when I was watching it, I'm like, all right, this seems like this is supposed to be for game developers, because they're like, this guy is just straight up talking about, oh, it's incredibly easy for game developers to change how they create games fundamentally, like brand new SSD that doesn't have to like have like no load times or whatever it is that he was talking about. I didn't fucking care. All I know is that it was better than PS4 apparently, and it's like one of the most powerful systems that they've ever made.
I feel like this is something that should have just been shown to game developers. I feel like we didn't need to see it, and the main reason for that is because it's a console. You know what I mean? Like it's console players don't care about specs. I mean, they like to pretend they like to pretend that they care about specs, but they don't know a goddamn thing about what those specs mean and what they actually do. And unless those console players, of course, have own a PC or they built a PC before, it's like they wouldn't really know. You know what I mean? That's like they like to throw these specs out just to get the hype going, but like they don't really know what this means. Like they don't know what a motherboard is used for. They don't know what the CPU does. They don't know what the GPU does. They don't know none of that shit.
See, like to the average console player or the average gamer, right? When they see this, all they're gonna understand is, okay, it's more powerful. Yes, I was expecting that. Now, what about in terms of games, in terms of features that it's gonna be offering us aside from hardware stuff? Like, is it gonna be backwards compatible with my PS4 games? What's gonna happen to PlayStation Now? Are you gonna offer like some sort of Game Pass like Xbox doing?
I was actually
going to
to add on to that. I was gonna say I wanted to also see what service changes they were gonna make to the PlayStation Network in general. You know what I mean? If you go into the next generation, there has to be a couple changes. You know what I mean? Like I figure they're gonna keep PlayStation Plus the same, but I would love to see some. I don't know, like how could we get some type of service change on the PS4 that would make a, you know what I'm saying, an improvement to the PlayStation ecosystem.
Yeah, like give me a reason why I want to get this now.
Show us the UI. Show me something. You know.
Like
they showed nothing.
Yeah, they like all the things that we were expecting them to show off in a normal reveal. They didn't. They went a different route.
They didn't even show the controller.
No, they just showed off what the system is going to have in it. See,
here's the thing though. Microsoft at least knew what they were doing. Like they kept it to the point. You know what I mean? they had a goal of showing the console, and they showed the console, and it took them 2 minutes. You know what I mean? The trailer was 2 minutes.
Yeah, they got people talking about it.
They came with a goal. They accomplished that goal, and then they fucking ended it. That was it. Sony is like,
look at what we have. Brand new SSD.
No, they took a topic that no one really wanted to know about until maybe, if at all. they took something that they could have explained in 5 minutes, and they made it in 50 minutes.
Yes,
pretty much.
I know game developers that were probably watching this were probably having a fucking blast.
If that's your product, you're supposed to be able to talk about that product forever. Yes. You're supposed to be able to talk about that product for an hour straight, you know what I'm saying, and have something to say. I mean, and granted, the dude had something to say, it just wasn't interesting, you know what I mean? But they have to, well, one, they have to realize who their audience is. I think Microsoft knows who their audience is.
Yeah, I think this entire thing could have definitely...
They just don't have any games.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
God damn. Every time we talk about Xbox, every single time we talk about Xbox, whether it's on this podcast or in real life, you always go to that. Even when it's not even talking about games or exclusives, they just don't got no games. Without fail, dude. Oh my goodness. But yeah,
But I love Xbox though. That's the thing. I love Xbox.
Listen, Xbox is cool.
I think I'm hating on Xbox. I love Xbox.
No, listen.
No, I know, but people are gonna listen, and they're gonna just think, oh, this dude's just an Xbox hater. Like, I love Xbox.
Yeah, like what did they say about?
But I'm also honest.
Honest to a fault.
What are y'all playing on there?
Not to a fault.
Y'all playing Halo 5 from like a couple years, from like 3-4 years ago?
Yeah, from 2016, my guy.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, Halo's coming on PC.
All right. I don't even want to turn this into an Xbox rant. This is about PlayStation right now.
Literally all.
This is about PlayStation right now. Let's
we have threw shade at Xbox this entire podcast. I hope
this
you realize that.
This podcast is not brought to you by Microsoft.
No, this podcast is brought to you in part by unbiased gamers that always sound biased, because that's how we are.
Yeah. If Microsoft puts out like a couple great games in a row, I'm gonna give it to them.
All right, listen. We're done with Microsoft. We're done with that. This is
right.
Sony's This is Sony's time.
All right, so yeah, I think we said all we can say there. Like,
yeah,
we could go on and on about things we would like to see from it, but the fact of the matter is they didn't really show anything of interest.
Yeah, in all honesty, this could have been shown to like a private audience, and then retailers or like news outlets could have reported on this, and I didn't think it would have been a problem.
Even less than that. This could have been an article. This could have just been like a little statement.
Yeah, that too.
This just could have been a little statement. I didn't really understand what was the whole purpose for this whole
like did they
like fake presentation with like the fake audience members in the background and shit.
Did they expect like the talking about all of the stuff they have is going to carry the hype?
Nope.
Like maybe for some, yeah, but for the general public, I don't see.
I mean, for the people who own, but here's the thing though: the people who own PCs, they aren't really impressed by these stats. They're like, okay, these are just normal fucking stats. like okay, 16 gigs of RAM. They're like, a PC player is not gonna be impressed like by 16 gigs of RAM. They're like, nigga, my phone has 16 gigs of RAM. Fuck you talking to me about?
Ooh, excuse me.
You know what I mean? Like, they went on and on about the SSD, and that's cool that they have a really fast SSD. But like, they're talking about SSDs like it's like new technology. Like, these things haven't been around for like the last decade.
But hey, who knows? Maybe I'll be eating my fucking words.
I mean, they might as well be new technology to console players.
Yeah, probably.
Might as well. The younger ones who you know what I'm saying, who don't really know. But hey,
yeah. But I think that's really all that we could say about that event.
They can't say we're biased now, because Arthur, we literally stood here and we just gave Sony and Microsoft shit.
This is why I said it's brought to you in part by unbiased gamers that appear to be biased at times. You see?
They're gonna be like, oh no, these are PC Master Race guys.
Fucking PC Master Race. Like, hell no, motherfucker. I love consoles in general.
Yeah, they're cool.
They're cool. I love my Switch. I love my PlayStation, and I don't have an Xbox because I don't feel I have a reason to have one.
Yeah, I haven't outgrown consoles. I just outgrown the console community.
Yeah, it's more
that's the best way I can put it to
Think
you.
of it as a natural progression.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like.
You know what I'm saying? Once you live life a little bit, and once you start to gain responsibilities, you start to realize that it's not the end of the world when some of the shit when they're talking about like, oh my god, 60 gigabytes of RAM, oh my fast SSD, like it's like okay,
yeah.
But anyways,
I think that's about it for that.
Yeah. Is there anything else that we got to talk about today?
There was one thing that I thought was kind of funny.
Talk to me.
It happened like I think 2 hours. I think the promotion's still going. People who are listening to this tomorrow, I'm sorry, the promotion's gone. But Call of Duty was doing something on Twitter where you had to retweet something and they were gonna give you free pizza. Literally, they were just gonna send you free pizza.
I saw that. Did you tweet it out? Did you tweet out free pizza? No, you didn't. Let me go on your Twitter right now.
I replied to one of the.
You nigga said he replied.
Yeah, Arthur, dude, that's what you had to do.
Let me see what you did. I'm gonna do the same thing. I want free pizza. I want free pizza.
Hey, keep in mind there's a limit per state, and I think it's like 50 to 600.
I don't care. I'm just gonna copy. Arthur, I'm gonna steal your tweet word for word. I'm just gonna copy it. I'm just gonna copy it. Just.
Someone wants free pizza too. I see.
You're goddamn right, I do. Yeah. I'm tweeting that shit out right now, live on podcast. There you go. I hope I get a free pizza.
All right, I hope you do too.
It's too late for y'all niggas, but it's not too late for me.
God damn! You trying to deny the people free pizza even though that's not even your fault? You're trying to rub it in the face. Yo, watch, tomorrow you're gonna be eating some fucking free pizza in that Call of Duty Warzone box, just laughing. Yeah, niggas, I got free pizza. Boy.
Yeah, boy.
But yeah, that's it for news that was worth discussing, at least. So Arthur, what do you say? I think it's time for the wrap up, my guy.
I think it's also time for the wrap up. So let's go ahead and do the wrap up then. All right, guys. Well, if you enjoyed this episode of the Loading Podcast, episode 28, make sure you go ahead and give us a 5-star rating on Apple iTunes. Like I said before, it helps us grow, helps us go up in the algorithm, helps us get out to more people, and that's well appreciated. And also make sure you check out all the other platforms we're available on. We're on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, like I said before, and pretty much anywhere else that you listen to podcasts. Make sure you also check out the video version if you want to see the video version and see me in the bathroom with an RPG. Go ahead and check that out as well on my YouTube channel. That is at Aaron Ryder, ARANRYDER. And feel free to check out some of my other content because I do video essays, documentaries, music videos, directing, all types of stuff. But yeah, that's me. You can find my guy over here at...
You can find me at Arthur ASP on most social media platforms. And if not Arthur ASP, you can always find me at Flying Rye, either on YouTube or Twitch, where I actually might be streaming some Doom Eternal gameplay. We'll see about that.
You stream Doom Eternal, huh? But I'm still waiting on that Dark Souls shit. I mentioned this on the podcast like 3-4 episodes ago, and you still haven't done it. What's good with you, my guy?
Listen, it's all about the mood. It's all about the right time.
So it's all about the mood.
Yeah, you gotta be in the mood to get your ass kicked.
This man's gonna revisit it when he's like 25.
It will come eventually one day.
Right? Arthur, I'm over it. Fuck it. Just fuck it. Fuck it. I'm over it, goddammit. He's never gonna do it.
He's lost faith.
But yeah, anyways, we're talking some other stuff. But anyways, guys, we're gonna get out of here now. You make sure you have yourself a damn good one. But yeah,
have a damn good one and stay safe out there, people.
My name is AJ,
and my name is Arthur,
and this has been the Loading Podcast, episode 28. See ya.
See you guys next time.